the other part of meditation that I talk about is a 10-second meditation. Just just for doing it in the car or anything. It's just 10 deep breaths that go all the way to your belly. Your belly actually extends out, is the proper way to breathe. We only usually breathe to here, like this, and that really that hurts your overall body too, you know. So do you do any type of self-talk into the mirror, tell you how good you are? Do you do things like that? Self-validation?
Um, you know what? Not really, but I've thought about. I used to do visualization. Oh my goodness, I can't.
Visualization?
Yeah, visualization. That's a tough one for me.
Yeah.
Wow. Visualization. For my hockey games, my mom would always, be big on that for me. She's like, watch your shifts in your head, watch yourself scoring a goal, and it really did work for me in hockey. And I've been thinking, why am I not doing this for my
Yeah.
everyday life now? So it's something that I've thought about, and I should get, back into my life. And on my own podcast, I've had a lot of our guests talk about self-talk and just saying, like, I think we had John Buccigross on, who's on, a Sports Center anchor. And he's every morning, he said, every morning I wake up and I say, thank you 7 times. He's like, I just wake up and I say, thank you 7 times. And he's like, just start your day like that and it will change your life. And so I try to do that. So that's a little bit of the self-talk
Yeah.
stuff that I've learned.
Good. It's
Yeah.
important to always boost yourself up. If you don't do it, no one else will, right?
Yep.
Once you start boosting yourself up, everybody else starts boosting you up. Like, I'm boosting you up right now, Jordan.
Yep.
Okay, so the other thing I talk about is spirituality, right? And
Hmm.
spirituality kind of comes in with meditation, right? So, did you know you're a Capricorn?
I did know I'm a Capricorn, but I don't know what that means. So,
Okay. And Augie's born the day before you, my third son. Okay.
uh-huh.
Um, so he asked the same. He like, what does it mean to be ruled by Saturn? And all that. Capricorns are the goat. They're called the goat. They're literally the sea goat, right? They like the water and they like the mountains. But Saturn rules them, and Saturn is the father, like your dad, Daddy George. He's the father, and so he knows a lot of knowledge when he's born. He just has to slowly use it. And most goats don't really marry early; they marry late. They live at home for a while. They also, when they get married and have kids, they're permanent. They don't wander. That's it. So if a goat loves you, then it's serious. Um, but basically, right now Venus is in your sign, and Venus is the love planet. So right now, you guys are the star of the zodiac, the Capricorns. But Venus is going to sleep on the 19th till the 29th of January. So when she's asleep in your sign, you're going to feel very lovely, and you're going to want to stay home and snuggle. You're not going to want to go out much. So I wouldn't be surprised if you stayed home for New Year's Eve. It's one of those type of, you know what I mean? That's
That's
what I'm
interesting.
predicting, anyways.
I like the goat. I think I do like the water and I do
Yeah,
like the mountains. So it
just
sounds.
a little bit, huh? Are you still skiing?
Since I broke my leg skiing when I was
11.
11 years old, I went a couple times after that, and I've gone with my friends over the years a couple winters. I still enjoy it, so I wouldn't let something like that stop me from doing it again. I
Yeah,
just won't go off any crazy jumps this time.
no more moguls.
Yeah, exactly.
Because going downhill is just plenty. Going fast downhill,
Oh yeah.
even on a bunny slope, I'm fine. It's
Yeah.
not for me. This time people don't ever see snow. They're like, what are you doing up there? Is it cold? Like, yes, but it's so much fun.
It is fun.
Tell me about your new job.
My new job has been incredible, and I'll just backtrack my story a little bit for your listeners that don't know. So after I retired playing professional hockey for a year, like I said earlier, it was a difficult time for me, but I ended up getting a job in television
Yeah.
at NBC Sports in Stamford. So I was working behind the scenes as a production assistant for the NHL and NBC. which was great. I got to work with hockey every day. I got to, be in the action of live TV, which is fun. So I did that for 5 years, and COVID hit, and I ended up being part of the layoffs in TV. Like, I know a lot of people know, like, there's just a lot of people lost their jobs during COVID, and I was part of that. And I was pretty angry. I'd say I was pretty bitter that happened, but I think
No.
yeah,
Capricorn being bitter.
exactly. So I think, but looking at it now, I think it was a blessing in disguise, because I wasn't really enjoying going to work anymore. I realized by the 4th or 5th year. So I was ready.
Was it downtown?
Yeah, downtown Stamford, and I was just ready for a change. And during the lockdown period of COVID, me and my college teammates said, "Hey, why don't we start a podcast?" So we jumped on Instagram, and we didn't really know what it was. We just started talking about hockey equipment, right? And we're like, "Hey, like." So after a couple episodes in, we're like, no, like let's really find our niche here, however you say it. Let's get serious about a topic, and we found that to be life after hockey, and how hockey players deal with their careers coming to an end, because it was so difficult for us, and no one was talking about it. So we said, let's call it, Next Shift, which a name that we really liked. So we started the Next Shift Hockey Podcast. And I mean, next shift really means, when things are going good, things are going bad, things are going good, things are going bad. You got to be ready for your next shift, whatever that is. If it's hockey or if it's life, life's going to go on, and, put the past behind you and be ready to play, be ready for your next move. So we love the name. We came up with an awesome logo. And then we had a couple of our good friends on in our first guests, and it just took off. So we're 85 episodes in. We've had the biggest names on in hockey, like Ray Bourque, Mike Richter, Jeremy Roenick, Chris Pronger, Theo Fleury. The list kind of goes on. So it's been incredible, but I got my new job through my podcast, which is amazing. We had on the Butler brothers, Bobby Butler, who played in the NHL, and his brother JR played hockey. They're from Marlborough, Mass. And JR has been in the technology sales space for the past 15 years and has done very well in tech sales. And throughout the years, he's helped hockey players get entry-level sales jobs and former athletes get sales jobs. So he said, why don't I make this a business? So I was interested in what he was doing. So I reached out to JR, and I wanted to learn more about the Shift Group, which is his company now and the company I'm working for. And I said, I want to work for you as a recruiter. So my job now is I am reaching out to transitioning college athletes, former pro athletes that are interested in sales job. And what we do is we guide them every step of the way, from redoing their resume to coaching them through the interview process into placing them into jobs. So I mean, all these technology companies want to hire athletes because our motto is that all the things that made you a successful athlete in terms of work ethic, resiliency, competitiveness translates really well into sales. So it's been awesome. I really enjoy doing it. I feel like I was there yesterday when I couldn't write an email, so I have a passion and a purpose behind it. So I really do enjoy it, and helping athletes find their way when the lights go out, because I know how hard it can be. But this is just another, you can turn this into your new hockey or your new football or soccer. So it's very exciting, and I enjoy it.
Yeah. So how many kids have you helped so far?
I've probably I'm probably closing in on 100 people that I've called, and I probably have 10 or so in the interview process. I've placed one person so far. So I got my first candidate through the door, which felt very good.
Oh, good. So
yeah,
you earn a commission?
Yeah. Yep. But it's a very, it's an early stage startup. So
yeah,
I want to stick with the company, I think, and make it my life and my career, hopefully. So
yeah, I think that's a great idea.
It's great.
Needed. athletes coming out of college, I mean, there's so many, and they don't really know what to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they hadn't, I mean, they want to be pros.
Yeah. And you know what's amazing too is that I was talking to JR about this, my boss, and he was like, our generation is going to have on average 7 career changes in their life. So there is a lot of change going on, and your first job doesn't have to be your last job. There's a lot of different opportunities out there, and I think, to me at least, like, the way I see it is, I'm a big believer in having passion behind your work, whether that is accounting, whether that's in finance or real estate. I think you have to be passionate about it, and you need to wake up with a purpose. So that's what I've found, I think, in my life, in terms of, I coach hockey. I love coaching kids, giving back. I love the podcast. I love interviewing these former players, and hopefully giving the stories and some meaning to our audience. And I love my new job, so it's been going well, and it's great.
I think you're a good example of the future generation and how the workforce will go, because you millennials are right on that changing. I mean, you guys were in high school when you got your computers, right?
Yeah.
Cy got his computer in kindergarten. It was like, what? You got a computer?
It's amazing how it's changed.
Yeah, and now we're all plugged in at home, But I think really what you're showing is that you're going to have to be multifaceted in the new world. You can't, if you're going to go corporate, fine, but even the corporate world where Hub is, you still have to be multifaceted. You got this, and this going on, so you have a lot of time. You're trying to tell people you have a lot of time. If you can stay active and be flexible, you can survive.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's the way I'm wired too, is I would rather have, 3 different things in the air at once than just have a structured day, 9 to 5, which is, I did that for 5 years and it was fine. But I actually enjoy now not having, I have flexibility with my new job, and so hopefully it stays that way. But it's a different world, like you're saying. It's a different world. Everyone's working from home, and that's another challenge too that I found. Yeah, I I think I prefer to be in the office, but just because you got to be a self-starter and pretty disciplined to do it at home, which has been.
God. But the other thing is that the coaching part of it can really become huge for you.